Chapter 6. Tissues. What do you mean by tissue? Tissue, a group of cells that are similar in structure and work together to do a particular function is called tissue. A group of similar cells that are similar in structures, cells which are similar in structure and work together to do a particular function is called tissue. Okay, we all know that cells combine to form tissue and tissue combines to form organs. Organ combine to form organ system and organ system combine to form complete organism. Okay, so cells combine to form tissue. A group of cells that are similar in structure and work together to a particular function is called tissue. Now, in this chapter, we will discuss about plant tissue and animal tissue. Let's discuss about plant tissue. Plant tissues. Plants do not move. We know that plants do not move. That is, they are stationary. Okay. Most of plant tissue are made up of dead cells. Some tissues are made up of living cells, but most of the plant tissues are made up of dead cells. That can provide mechanical. Dead tissue can provide mechanical strength to the plant, mechanical support to the plant to stand upright. Okay. So, plant tissue is a collection of similar cells perform an organized function for the plant. Each plant tissue is specialized for a unique purpose. Each plant tissue is specialized for a unique purpose. Some tissues are specialized for growth because of continuous division. Some plant tissue helps in storage of food. Other can conduct water. Some plant tissue can conduct food. Okay, so plant tissue is specialized for each plant tissue is specialized for a unique purpose and can be combined with other tissue to create organs such as leaves, flower, stem and root. Now, types of plant tissue. Based on the dividing capacity of the tissues, various plant tissue can be classified as meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So, plant tissue is categorized into two parts based on their dividing capacity. What are their two parts? Meristematic tissue, permanent tissue. Meristematic continuously divided and permanent tissue does not divide. Okay. So, plant tissue is categorized into two groups, meristematic and permanent tissue on the basis of their division capacity. Meristematic tissue is a, what do you mean by meristematic tissue? It is a dividing tissue. This is because the dividing tissue also known as meristematic tissue. Okay, meristematic tissue again categorized into three parts on the basis of their position. Okay, meristematic tissue. Plant tissue categorized into two parts. First is meristematic. Let's discuss about the first one. Okay, meristematic tissue divided into three parts: apical, lateral and intercalary meristem on the basis of their location. Okay, now meristematic tissue are responsible for growth in plant because it divides continuously. Okay, so it is responsible for growth in plant. Cells in these tissue can divide and form new cells. Okay, here you can see it is a location of meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue which is present on the apical part of root and stem is called apical. Upper part means top of the of the plant and root is called apical meristem, and which is present at the bark of the stem is called lateral meristem. Here you can see lateral, it is present at the bark of the stem, laterally present. And intercalary meristem means meristem tissue which is present between two nodes or between at the internodes. The place between two nodes. Nodes means from where stems originate. Okay, branches originate. Okay, so these two parts is called internode. Okay, so meristematic tissue which is present between two nodes is called intercalary meristem. Okay, so meristematic tissue are responsible for growth in plant cell, and these tissue can divide and form new cells, continuously division and form new cells. It is of three types as we have discussed on the basis of their region, depending on the region: apical, lateral and intercalary. It is apical, it is present at the growing tip of the stem, the top of the stem and roots, and increase the length of stem and root. Got it? Next is lateral. It is present beneath the bark. It is present beneath the bark. It is responsible for growth in girth of trunk. Growth in girth of trunk. Trunk means stem. Lateral meristem. Next is intercalary meristem. It is present at the internode or base of the leaf and increase the length between two nodes. Help in increase between the length between the two nodes. Got it? Now, complete meristematic tissue, three types: apical, lateral and intercalary. We have discussed about this. Now, next is permanent tissue. Permanent tissue again categorized into two parts: simple and complex. Again, simple is categorized into three parts: parenchyma, simple tissue, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. And complex tissue is divided into two parts: xylem and phloem. Okay, let's start discussion about permanent tissue. Now, permanent tissue are derived from meristematic tissue. Here what you can see, permanent tissue are derived from meristematic tissue. Once they lost the ability to divide, once the meristematic tissue lost the ability to divide, they convert into permanent tissue. They are classified as simple and complex tissue. Simple tissue. Okay, this type of tissue is composed of same type of cells. Simple tissue is categorized of same type of cells. They are again of four types as we have discussed, and of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Let's discuss about parenchyma. Cells of parenchyma tissues are living. Parenchyma tissues are living. They are oval, elongated and loosely packed with large intermolecular space like this. They are oval, elongated and loosely packed like this with intercellular space. Intercellular means space between two cells. Okay. Here you can see the structure of parenchyma. It is oval, elongated and have intercellular space, loosely packed, not compactly packed. It is loosely packed cell and oval shape, elongated shape and have intercellular space between them. Okay. What are the functions? They provide mechanical support to the body. They store food and nutrients. Main function is they store food and nutrients. Now, when parenchyma have chlorophyll, we know that chlorophyll perform photosynthesis. When parenchyma contains chlorophyll, then it is called chlorenchyma. Chlorophyll with parenchyma. Join them, chlorenchyma. Okay, parenchyma with chlorophyll is called chlorenchyma. And in some cases, in aquatic plants, large air cavities are present in parenchyma. Large air cavities are present in aquatic plant, which gives them buoyancy, means floating capacity to the plant to help them float. Such type of parenchyma is called arenchyma. When parenchyma in aquatic plant which have large air cavity, so it is called arenchyma. When parenchyma has chlorophyll, then it is called chlorenchyma. Got it? Next simple tissue is collenchyma. Cells of collenchyma are living. They are oval, elongated and tightly packed with no intercellular space. They don't have space between them. Okay. They are found below epidermis in leaves and stems. Here you can see the structure of collenchyma. B. This is the structure of, they don't have intercellular space. Cells are oval or elongated, but they don't have intercellular space. Okay, and what are the functions? They provide mechanical support to the plant. They are also provide flexibility to plant. Flexibility so that they can bend without breaking. Because of the flexibility, they can bend without breaking. When air blows, then plant can bend, but they do not break because of this tissue collenchyma, because it provides flexibility. Next is sclerenchyma. Cells of sclerenchyma are dead. Cells of sclerenchyma are dead. They are narrow and elongated. Here you can see that they are narrow and elongated cells. Okay. The cell wall of sclerenchyma is composed of lignin. It contains lignin, which makes it hard. Okay. So because of the presence of lignin, they help make parts of plant hard and stiff. They also provide mechanical strength to the plant. That's it. So this is about the simple tissue. Okay, now next is complex tissue. Simple permanent tissue we have discussed. Now complex tissue, it is categorized into two parts, xylem and phloem. Okay, so group of different type of cell performing common tasks together. Group of different type of cells performing common tasks together is are named as complex tissue. Two types, xylem and phloem. Okay. So this tissue, xylem and phloem, is also called vascular tissues. Now xylem. We know that function of xylem is to conduct water and minerals from root to other parts of plant. This is the tissue that transport water and nutrients from root to upper parts of plant. It is composed of 4 types of cell. Xylem is composed of 4 types of cells: tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma. Xylem, this is the tissue that transport water and nutrient from root to upper parts of plant and composed of 4 types of cells: tracheids, vessel, xylem parenchyma, xylem sclerenchyma. Okay, now let's see the function of these cells. Tracheids and vessels are tubular structure. Here you can see the structure. Tracheids and vessels are tubular structure. Okay, this allow them to transport water and minerals. This tubular structure allow them to transport water and mineral. Next is xylem parenchyma. Parenchyma stores food and helps in sideway conduction of water. It helps in sideway conduction of water. While fibers are mainly provide support to the plant. Fibers are dead cells, so they provide mechanical supports to the plant. Okay, so again discuss about xylem. This is the tissue that help in transport of water and nutrients from root to upper part of the plant, composed of 4 type of cell: tracheid, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma or fiber. Tracheid and vessels are tubular structure. These two are mainly help to transport water and minerals. Parenchyma store foods and fibers are dead cells, so provide mechanical support to the plant. Got it? Next is phloem. Phloem is the tissue that transport food from site of photosynthesis. Site of photosynthesis is leaf. Leaf helps photosynthesis occur in plant's leaf. So phloem is the tissue that transport food from site of photosynthesis to different parts of the plant. Upper part, lower part, everywhere. It is composed of again phloem is composed of 4 type of cells. Okay, sieve cells, companion cells. These two are different from xylem. Sieve cells and companion cells, and phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. Okay, these two are similarly xylem parenchyma, xylem fiber. Here phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. Sieve cells, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, phloem fiber. All type of cells are living except phloem fibers. Similarly, again, phloem is the tissue that transport food from the site of photosynthesis to all the parts of plant, composed of 4 type of cells: sieve tube, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. Now, let's see the function. Sieve cells are responsible for transportation of food and nutrients. Main function of sieve cell, mainly sieve cells are responsible for transportation of food and minerals. And companion cells, as name describe, companion, it performs the task required for sieve cells for transportation. Next, phloem parenchyma store food just like xylem parenchyma. It is store foods, and phloem fiber is dead cells to provide mechanical support to the plant just like xylem parenchyma, xylem fibers. Got it? So that's all about plant tissues.